Yo, we back, man. What a beautiful, kind of very cold, but not all the way freezing yet. Wednesday. Okay, let's start there. How you doing, man?
Feeling good, man. It's a little gloomy out here, but it's all good.
Gloomy
Ready?
in LA. That is
Yeah.
interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. But we got a lot on deck today, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's been so much going on in the football world. Um, For the ones that don't know, this is unofficially retired. I'm your host, Judith Shooter, and that's my guy, LA from LA. Don't ask him if he really from LA. You feel me? That is, I told you, you gotta get a whole nickname. You gotta
It's
get
a
a
rhetorical question.
LA is
You know what
not,
I mean?
yeah. LA don't LA ain't long enough as a name.
I ain't gonna
You
say
need
no
a
names or nothing, but one of my teammates' dad used to say he used to ask if I was from either LA or Louisiana. I used to be like, we no, you know what
ah
I'm saying?
ah ah, ah.
You know what I mean?
I can
And that was your teammate too.
I can it was my teammate.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to put his name out there. He
I ain't
got
say
three. He
it.
got three first names though.
Oh, okay. Heard you. Anyway.
Good.
Man, football has been amazing. Normally we get straight into the big things, but we gonna still try to, you know, keep it afloat, keep it normal the way we normally do it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all feel like I ain't got the energy I used to have, I'm usually having, it's I didn't get to listen to the music. I didn't get to listen to the intro. You know what I'm saying? It was just playing. I was just here. I didn't really get to tap in. You know what I mean? But we here. We here. So as we do every week, we're gonna start with Wheelin and Dealin while I tell everybody that we are live already. But we're gonna start out with Wheelin and Dealin. Feel me? You go ahead and you can handle that. Did I say I was gonna do? I think last week I said it was gonna be my last week. I do it
It,
this week too.
you always catch me with the boomerang off guard when we tell people we're going live. So let's do it. Let's do the boomerang real quick.
Oh,
Tell
okay.
people we live. You always catch me off guard. You be having me looking crazy on there. I'm
bro,
like, damn. Every time.
bro, I
Hold on.
just be scared, bro. I
Let me
really
know.
don't be doing nothing
Let me know when
either.
you ready, man. I'm like, dang, Drew be having me looking crazy.
You ready? I'm ready, bro. You ready?
Mm.
This here, bro.
Yeah. All right. My fault. Yeah, my fault. All right, let's get to this Wheeling and Dealing for real, for real.
This man, all
All right.
right, man. Willing to
And
deal it, man. It's
before we get to this Wheeling and
mhm.
Dealing, to the audience, me and Judah never tell each other who's our Wheeling and Dealing. So if we had the same people, you know what I mean? It's just great minds think alike. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
we don't ever discuss this stuff. We
yeah, yeah,
gotta
yeah,
we got segments. We know the segments, and we go from there. We don't
yeah,
discuss none of
yeah.
this. I don't know what he's gonna talk about. That is the beauty in this to me.
Hmm.
That's the beauty in it. We on the same page because we got all the same. We got all the same information. But
Hmm.
if we disagree, we disagree. That's just how
Yeah,
locked in, I guess, on the football side we are. You
yeah,
feel
yeah.
me?
It might get hectic when it, basketball, but football,
Oh
it
yeah.
seems like it's
On the
self-explanatory.
y'all want to see us yell at each other? Wait till Saturday.
Yeah,
Just wait till
yeah,
Saturday.
definitely,
That's
definitely.
all we do is yell at each other when we talk basketball. We haven't. It's insightful,
Yeah,
but you gotta like pick out the parts that's insightful through the yelling. So yeah,
yeah,
it's if you want some entertainment, join
yeah,
us on
definitely.
Saturday. Join us on Saturdays. I ain't gonna lie.
But you want me to
Uh,
go first with the Will and Dealing?
you could definitely go first, but I'm gonna explain it. Let's explain it to the
Go ahead.
people. We always got the newbies. We always got the new people in here, which
Of
I
course,
love and
of course,
appreciate.
of course.
Willing and Dylan, man, we like to show love to the quarterback, so we definitely pick out two quarterbacks from the week that currently passed, and we give them their props, man. We pick two of them. Say you was slinging that motherfucker. Pause. You you were playing some really good quarterback. You was playing some really good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And then, and then, we go from there. We just showing a little love to the quarterbacks, most important position on the field.
Hmm.
So,
Uh,
yes, sir. You can take it over.
my first one is Jared Goff. Um, threw for 315 yards, man. Three TDs, zero interceptions, 47-9 victory over the Cowboys. They made the Cowboys look silly out there.
Right.
Yeah, man, Jared Goff did his job, came in there into Dallas and basically took over their trap, dog. It is what it is, man. Did
Oh,
damage to
fact.
him. So yeah, man, Jared Goff is my first one. I'll let you get your first one off, and I guess we can switch off.
My first one is the exact same. I have Jared Goff, 18 to
Okay.
25, 315 yards and 3 touchdowns, and they beat the shit out of the Cowboys. These
Yeah,
guys.
man, make them
Which way
look.
do I need to go? Let me see if I get this right on the first try.
Yeah, go
Yeah, I
for
went the right way. Yeah,
it.
them
Oh
guys.
man.
They beat the piss out of them.
But
Oh no,
yeah,
no, no.
man.
I'm at my parents' house again.
Oh,
So look, that is a Giants fan, along with me. Mom is a Cowboys fan. So
okay, okay, okay.
this house is a house divided for sure.
I was about to say,
This
I
house
know
is
it's
a house
beef in
divided
there.
for sure on Sundays. Yeah, every Sunday this is a house divided. Just
Yeah,
just let you
definitely.
know that. But
But
yeah, no, I definitely had golf. I also wasn't thoroughly impressed with anybody this week. Like, if
mm,
I'm gonna just be honest, from the quarterback play, from stats and things, like I wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like,
mm.
woo. And
Yeah, I get what
nobody
you're
really
saying.
had a clean enough game for me. You
You
know
know,
what
it's
I'm saying?
crazy.
Besides golf, so I think golf is easy, and I hate calling him golf. I really want to call him golf.
It's crazy how times have changed. Because maybe 15 years ago, 315 yards is not like you know. Mainly
I
like
mean, man. So when we get to the rest of them, I kind of explain what I mean. But like
no, I
315,
know
three
what you mean. No,
tubs.
it's just the new norm though now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, 315 and 3 tubs. It still ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's still a
yeah,
great game. But
yeah,
it's
no,
like,
definitely. And especially the score and stuff like that. What was going on?
man, y'all was
The
they was doing
dynamics of the
Hook Ladders.
game,
We'll talk about
especially
that. We'll talk
yeah,
about that. But they was tripping.
I'm about to say, especially for what happened last year, they definitely wanted to make a statement in this game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So definitely felt like it was some bad blood against them. But my second quarterback for Wheelin and Dealin is Caleb Williams, man. I was impressed with him.
Ah,
I was impressed with him last week. Even though they played the Jags for a rookie,
yeah, that definitely took something off of it for me.
yeah, but
It
for a
definitely
rookie,
took
it
something
is.
off it for me.
But for a rookie and stuff like that, it definitely is a confidence booster going into this year. 4-2 record right now, so it helps build a rapport with Keenan Allen, who's coming back. I think it's his second game back.
Mm-hmm.
Had 2 TDs. They connected for Caleb Williams had 226 yards, 4 TDs, 1 interception. And a 35-16 win over the Jags. In
Right.
that overseas game, if you guys didn't catch it, it was like on my time it was like what, like 6 in the morning.
It's 6 in the morning
So
for you. Yeah.
yeah, bro. So it was a pretty early game. So yeah, man, I was impressed with his performance. So yeah, man, I'm going Caleb Williams for this one.
I feel that. I feel that. He definitely is improving every week, and I ain't gonna hate on him. Definitely think he's
Yeah,
starting to come into his own. And games like this are confidence boosters, bro. He's been taking care of business against the teams he need to take care of business against. Let's
mm-hmm.
say that.
Yeah,
So I can't hate on him for that. Not mad at that one. Mine, I went Lamar. I ain't gonna lie. I went Lamar, but for the you had to watch the game more so. Like,
yeah,
it's a very close game, very back and forth. You know what I mean? He made a lot of we
definitely,
need these plays type
definitely.
plays. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have the cleanest game. He went 20 or 26, but he had 323, a touchdown, and a pick. That's why I say he didn't have the cleanest game, because he had that pick. But he also added 11 carries, 40 yards. Like, that's what he do. So definitely had Lamar in there. And they got the dub. I don't throw losers in my Wheelin and Dealin either.
Yeah,
So it was a couple people that had good games. They just lost. And
yeah. I might give him my honorable mention all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I
Sometimes,
was
but
gonna say, yeah, I
yeah,
got an honorable mention today. It's Baker. It's
yeah.
Baker
He
Mayfield.
he
He was
he
cooking,
bought.
and they almost put 60 on the Saints, but
He just had too many. He had that
he had
what,
3 picks.
interception.
He had
Yeah, it's
three of
just
them.
too many of them.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just too much. Your game wasn't that clean, but he did go 24, 36, 325, and 4 tubs. Like,
yeah. He was
them 3
balling.
picks was just trash though. Like,
Yeah.
they was bad. You
But
know what I mean? So,
the thing is though, if you got 3 picks and those stats, you think it'll affect the outcome of the score, but it didn't.
mhm.
The Saints are looking like what we thought the Saints were gonna look like.
I was gonna say,
Um,
you throw 3 picks, and we still score 57 points.
yeah. So
I don't.
I guess it didn't affect them that much.
Yeah, not that much, but shit. Even in reverse, think about it. Like, bro, if I didn't throw 3 picks, how many was we scoring 70?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Just it's
definitely.
it's a possibility. Just something to think about.
We've
You know what
seen
I'm
it done
saying?
before, definitely.
No, that's a fact. Shout out to. Ooh, excuse me. That's disgusting. Shout out to all of the.
Excuse my co-host audience. This is craziness. You know,
I
the
mean,
burp. This
what
is
they want
wild.
me to do. I'm a human. Okay, I didn't fart. I'm a human. It's nothing wrong with farting either, but that's a little more. That's a little worse than what I just did. Okay, they see me over here drinking my electrolytes and my, you know what I'm saying? It can't, you know.
It's,
You know what I'm saying?
that's understandable. It's understandable.
Had to let it go, man. Let's get into these fan vibes, man. Fan vibes. So I don't even know if I told you the question this week,
You
but
didn't. So
the question of the week was. Let me try to. Okay, you see a picture of Arian Foster, but it says name a running back that had a short stint of being great. Being absolutely great. A short stint of being absolutely great.
I got one.
Okay, give me a second. Go ahead, say yours while
the first person that came to mind.
I get all these responses. I was just about to say we got plenty of responses, and I'll probably shout these people out. Shout out to you.
Before you say these responses, I'm gonna say my response before anybody say I'm biting. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to say I'm biting anybody. But my first person that come to mind is Le'Veon Bell.
That's one that is not on here.
Okay.
We got a lot of love for the same person on this. I ain't gonna lie.
Go ahead.
So I got a lot of Todd Gurley. I got a lot of Todd Gurley.
Ooh.
Let me see.
Reconsider, but yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Because he only like 30 years old.
Yeah, Wad said Todd Gurley. So _DAAAW said Todd Gurley. Was this Hollywoodland X? Todd Gurley. He said Kareem Hunt. He said No Sean Marino. No Sean Marino is a good one. I like that No Sean. No Sean was never really great in my opinion, but he did have a stint of being really good.
That's true.
Who else said that? J4 at _YP_Johnny said Todd Gurley. Oh, he said Todd Gurley.
Okay. All right.
He said Gurley.
It's crazy.
Let's see. Kendro.J says Todd Gurley had a good career, would have been great, but due to injuries, it was just good. I ain't mad at that. You know who else I got a lot of? I got a lot of Larry Johnson.
Okay.
It's everybody that said Larry Johnson. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody said Larry Johnson is about 30. Is about 30, except Stunner. But Stunner put like 8 people. So it's just
who he put?
It is what it is. Stunner said Larry Johnson, Priest Holmes, Sean Alexander, Chris Johnson. I don't know how I feel about the.
I like that last one though. That last one.
I think Chris Johnson had more than a stint. I was going to say I think he had more than a stint. I think his run a little longer.
It might have been like 2 seasons, 2-3 seasons where it was like outstanding. Maybe like 2 seasons where it was like outstanding.
Obviously he had the 2000s. He had the 2,000-yard year.
Yeah, so like two seasons where he was legit like dumb nice though. Like, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a good one too. That I like that Todd Gurley one. I like that Chris Johnson one. I like that Le'Veon Bell one too. Le'Veon Bell had a short stint.
No, that's a good one. I hadn't heard that one yet.
And I also like Ray Rice too.
Okay, Ray Rice is cool. He's not on here either. RP.Reek says Peyton Hillis. I like that one.
Okay.
Peyton Hillis definitely had a stint.
I don't really remember him like that, but
no, 2 years. Yeah, like 2 years of the clip. Bro, he was on cover of Madden. That's how crazy he was.
Oh, for the Browns.
Yes, the big, huge white boy. He wore like number 40.
I remember.
Yeah, people thought he was gonna be like Mike Allscott. They thought he was gonna be crazy.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? Peyton Hillis was cold. They got DeMarco Murray on here. DeMarco did have a little stint.
That's true.
Michael Turner.
I'm trying to think. That's true as well. Let me think. I'm trying to think too. Let me think.
My oldest brother, Terrell Davis. Now we know TD for just being great, having migraines, winning Super Bowl, but I don't know how long his stint really was. So I'm gonna take his word for that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how long Definitely gonna
I'm
take
trying to think though. Let me
his
think.
word for that one. I said Aries gang _82530.
Yeah, I don't
I say
know. I
you
can't
say
really
you
think
know
of
my
nobody
brother
else though.
old nigga. What kind of Instagram name is
Is what? Who?
that? Aries gang _82530. That's how you know this nigga old. Lord have mercy.
I mean, yeah, that was a good question though, man. Arian Foster too. He had that guy. Man,
Mm-hmm. We got
yeah,
a
he
couple
was.
more Kareem
Yeah,
Hunts in here. We got Matt Forte. I like that one.
yeah,
Eddie
Matt was nice.
Lacy.
I heard it. I heard it. I heard about him. I heard about him.
You don't remember Eddie Lacy?
Not
He used to
really.
go to Bama. He played with Green Bay. He
Yeah,
was
but
fat. He was a fat running back.
yeah,
He was,
I don't think I can't really put his. I could because most of these I could put a face. I can't. I don't remember his face like that.
he huge, dark skin, had dreads. He's like a fat version of Derrick
I
Henry.
remember the name. I just can't think of his face right
Yeah, he's
now.
like a fat version of Derrick Henry.
Mm.
He's darker.
Oh, you know who was nice?
Who?
What's his little buddy name? 40 Sprouts.
Oh, Sproles. Darren
Sproles,
Sproles.
yeah, he was. I remember little buddy. He
Darren
was
Sproles
alright,
was
man.
cool.
Yeah, a
You
little
know who I
skin, a
keep
little.
getting on here that I was surprised? Jay Ajayi. He played. If I remember correctly, he played running back with Miami. I think he played with the Eagles too. I could be wrong on the Eagles one, but Jay Ajayi has definitely. Yeah, it was with Miami. Yep, I remember that.
That was a good. That was actually a good. That was a good question, man. Made me
Yeah,
think.
man, I was but
First,
everybody,
first
I ain't
running
gonna
backs
lie,
I ain't
bro.
heard in a while too.
I got so many of them. Like it's so many responses.
That was a good question.
So I shout out to all the peoples with these fan vibes. Somebody said Ricky Williams. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Ricky was nice. Definitely.
TJ, the one that being here, the Ravens fan said Julius Jones. I don't know who that is. His brother Thomas
Yeah,
Jones
I'm
better.
kind
I
of
have
stuck.
no idea. He's a football, like I call TJ like a football artifact. He's a football artifact himself. Like he knows ancient
Julius
things that
Jones. I'm
nobody
trying to
knows.
think. Yeah,
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea. I've never heard.
Might have played for the Ravens. That's why you probably don't know.
Possibly, like I've never heard of that person in my life. You
Yeah.
know, he knows a lot of people that I've never heard of
I,
in
don't-
my life.
I don't know. I don't know if he had a short stint, but my pops. I used to. I watched a couple of games of him when he played against the Raiders a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But now obviously he has a big name now on the pivot, so it made me go look at his highlights. But Fred was nice.
Who, Fred Taylor?
I ain't know
No,
Fred was
Fred was
that
him.
nice.
Fred was him for
Fred
sure.
was, Fred was
No, Fred
nice.
was definitely him.
Maybe I just didn't pay attention to him like that as a kid. You know, when you were a kid, you had your favorite people that you watch
Yeah.
for real. But Fred was nice.
I'm gonna
Fred
give
was
a little homage, kind of shout out to former Giant David Wilson. David Wilson was cold for a little bit. He was a running back
I
for us.
don't think I remember him like that.
He ran track. He used to do backflips in the end zone after he scored. Sort of guy. He used to do backflips in the end zone after he scored, and then he got a neck injury and he had to retire early. But like, he definitely was cooking for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, he was cooking for a little bit, bro.
It's some people that's forgotten about, man, that people don't actually know that was like nice, man. But yeah, man.
No, facts. I ain't gonna lie, that's super facts. Moving on from the people that we thought was nice to the people that have been awful. You know what
We
I'm
getting into
saying?
it early then, huh?
Yeah, we getting into it early.
Let me turn my page then.
I feel like some of the other stuff is more important than
Okay.
let's get these bums out the way. Okay.
Okay. Talk to me.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll
So
assume that we got one of the ones. One of ours is common. It has to
one,
be.
I only went with one. I don't even
I
look.
got two.
I only went with one, dog.
Go ahead. Who
So
your
you
one?
can my one would happen to be Dakota Rain Prescott.
Yes. Yes.
Dakota Rain
Yes.
Prescott. Now, don't get me
Yes.
wrong, bro. Hear me out. Don't get me wrong. I know he is lacking pieces right now due to injury, not just in general, but due
That's
to
true.
injury, he's lacking some pieces. um, especially on offense. And then that defense is, you know, some shit right now without Micah, DeMarcus.
And DeMarcus, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got Bland is gonna come back this week. Like they got a lot of injuries going on. But my rebuttal to that is, as a $60 million quarterback, which you now are, you have to fill in some of these gaps. The same things we asked from everybody. Like, that was kind of explained to me a little bit when I used to, I ain't gonna say defend Daniel Jones, but when I used to hey, cut him some slack, give him some grace. They'd be like, no, nigga, he's the 6th overall pick and he's been paid. This nigga needs to fill in some of these gaps. You need to take the place of the things that we're missing. You have to be that good. We've seen Joe Burrow do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just for example, we've seen Lamar do it. He's never had a receiver, but yet he does it. Like, you are now paid like them guys, and you're paid like them guys because people believe you can perform like those guys. So you have to perform like those guys. When things ain't going well, your performance out of everybody else's should not waver.
Like, that's just Patrick Mahomes use Juju like he was a Pro Bowler.
I feel you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like,
I agree with you. I ain't trying to hear no excuse from him.
Like that, especially the way he got paid, it was like, we don't know if you're in that tier. Then it was like, all right, we think we believe you in that tier, so we'll give you the bread. And it's like, all right, now you got the bread, bro, but us giving you that bread doesn't allow us to bring in other pieces.
Exactly.
So now you have to fill in for those pieces we was gonna miss. Like I said, the other quarterbacks I named, they do it every week. They do it week in and week out. Bro, your numbers can't waver. 17 of 33, 178 yards, a 51% completion percentage, and 2 picks.
Yeah.
Bro, that's not.
And a 40-79. I mean, 47-9 loss.
Yes, crazy. And a 47-9 loss.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Don't forget that.
Let's just be real, bro. Y'all almost lost by 50 points. We'll talk about this later, but y'all got Jerry Jones flipping out on people. You know what I mean? Like, on his birthday. And the day after. So, like, he's been flipping out on people all week. You know what I'm saying?
Seen your head coach on the sideline. All he had to say was, "Wow."
Yeah, it's nothing you can do because they all know they getting fired. I think that's it. The season goes nowhere. They're all getting fired.
Yeah, Jerry Jones.
Mike McCarthy.
This is an eye opener, probably.
Mike McCarthy cooked because he's on a 1-year prove it deal. What's his name? The D coordinator that they got. What the fuck is his name? The white guy, Zimmer. Cooked.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, they on the first train smoking.
They both gone.
Yeah.
Now you got Dak, who you pay. You got CD, who you pay. You got Michael, who you have to pay.
Have to pay. You have to pay Michael. This shows you that you have to pay Michael.
Yeah, you've also already paid Diggs. So, like, you got to get your guys in order, but now you got to draft well to fill in these spots because you ain't gonna have but so much money. And they do draft well, but now you have to draft ready to go guys right now.
And if Bland even because you're banking so much on Bland coming back, and that 1-2 punch with him and Diggs, because we haven't seen that yet. Diggs was hurt last year, and now he's playing, and Bland was hurt this year. See what I mean? So we haven't seen that, and Bland was a rookie last year, if I'm not mistaken. So he was a rookie last year, and he had all those. He's a rookie, right?
I don't recall. I'm not sure. Continue though. I'll look it up.
But we haven't seen that. I don't think we've seen that combo because I haven't seen them play a game with each other. I don't believe, but we haven't seen that yet. So you're banking on him coming back, and if he performs anywhere to where he was last year, you're gonna have to pay him eventually too. So you know what I mean. You got a lot of gaps to fill in on that.
Yeah, he was last year. By the way,
and you got a lot of gaps to fill in on that defensive side. So I 100% agree with you. 100%.
Yeah, man, that's my zero of the week, man. Dak, Dakota,
and mine as well.
Rain,
and not to the other one. Yeah, not to leave him out. I don't want to forget. I don't want to butcher your name. I want to get your name exactly right. Exactly right. I want to do you the justice you deserve. Greg Zuerlein, whatever your name is.
Zuerlein.
There, I was totally off. Yeah, totally off. Zuerlein,
the kicker for the Jets.
2 for 4. 2 for 4, and you cost your team the game. I don't want to just leave you out and give quarterbacks or cornerbacks or or a D lineman. No. I want to call you out specifically. See, here on our show, we like to, or here on Dispute, we like to unofficially retire. We like to call out people, the ones on the big names don't like to, like Josh Allen, like I did last week. You cost your team the game, 20-23 loss. If you do the one thing that we ask you to do on the football field, which is to kick the ball, and we win the game. That's all you have to do. It's all we ask you to do. It's also required for you to do. And you can't do that. So I just want to highlight you, buddy. There you go. There's your highlight of the zero of the week. Don't want to leave you out. Go ahead,
man.
We can move on.
I feel you. Because my kicker missed 2 kicks this week too. You have one job. I definitely get it. I don't all the way want to put that game just on him, but
I'm sorry, audience, for my rants, but that upset me. Watching that.
Clearly,
I'm not even a Jets fan. That upset me. It cost us the game.
Clearly, dog. Man, now for everybody's favorite segment, mine too. You feel me? Excuse me, my eyes on fire right now. Everybody's favorite segment, mine included. We got Showtime or No Time, man. And Showtime or No Time for all my new people is where we shed light on a specific subject and or topic. And followed by that, I asked LA, hey, Showtime? Is we gonna talk about it? Is we gonna show some time to it or no time, bro? I ain't got time for this bullshit. Why is we even discussing this? You feel me? So Showtime or No Time starts now. Where do I want to start though? Cause this whole week has been interesting. Don't you think? Let me start. I know exactly where to start. I'm gonna start with Mike Tomlin. No, I'm not even gonna start there. Mike Tomlin deciding to bench Justin Fields. Yeah, we're not there yet. Okay. Deciding to bench Justin Fields after a 4-2 start with 10 total touchdowns and 1 turnover. I don't know how. Before I even answer that, I got a video to show y'all.
Go ahead.
Got a video of Mike Tomlin's response to this. And that way,
I actually didn't see it. So
that way, we can get his response to benching Justin Fields, and then you give your own, because this is, I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. Oh, bro, I almost ended the stream by accident. I ain't gonna lie. You know that.
Glad you didn't.
Man, because when you airdrop something, it go to that corner, but the in-stream thing also in that corner. So it was like, that's scary. This is very, very scary,
Definitely.
Sorry, y'all. Should have been more prepared. I had a lot going on this morning, but Showtime or No Time on this while I was waiting. You want to discuss this?
I give it some. I'll talk about it because I'm kind of confused because
on why, right?
If I'm Justin Fields, it's kind of like I'm doing my job, and I can't even really do my job to the best of my ability. Not only am I looking over my shoulder for this veteran quarterback, you guys obviously want to give a try, and you're waiting for me to mess up. You want to take me out when we're 4-2 right now. We have a great record. I believe they're number one in everything. Like they're tied for number one right now. Justin Fields has Justin Fields has a total of he has over 1,000 yards right now. Has 5 TDs, 1 interception, QBR of 54, completion rate 66, and they're 4-2. So it's kind of like, and then some of these stats are hindered because you guys won't even allow me to put the ball in the air. You guys
And
aren't
some of these
calling
sets is
plays.
hindered because who the fuck I'm gonna throw the ball to? I know y'all like George Pickens so much, but yeah,
Yeah,
besides being like a physical specimen, he's not a great wide receiver. I don't know what everybody
yeah.
is.
But the thing is, though, you're not even allowing me to have the chance to. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
Yeah,
you guys aren't even letting me. You guys have me on a leash, rightfully so, and I get it. But how can I win you guys over when you guys aren't allowing me to? And when we are winning, you guys are ready to make a quarterback change with Russell Wilson. So it's who hasn't played the whole season so far. So
agreed.
it's you know what I mean. I kind of don't understand why they're doing it, but maybe Tomlin sees something that we don't, and he's obviously
I
a Hall
got
of Fame coach. So
No, I got you. Let's fill you in. Let's fill the people in. This is what Mike Tomlin had to say about moving on from Justin Fields and starting Russell Wilson.
And we've been really good at times, but not to be confused with great. Man, this is a competitive league, man. We're trying to position ourselves to be that team. And we got a player with talent who hadn't had an opportunity to play, so we're going to potentially explore those things. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with what Justin has done or has not done. Justin has been an asset to us, man. Last week, for example, man, his ability to utilize his legs by design and by ad lib was a significant component of that game. He rushed for 50 plus yards and 2 touchdowns in game. And so we're appreciative of that. We're appreciative of how he's taking care of the ball. But we're just looking at all the people at our disposal the same way that we do at any position. We acquired, Terrell Edmonds a number of weeks back, who we have a history with. And as soon as we got him up to speed and got comfortable, we started considering ways to utilize his talents. That's what you do in this thing. You better have your foot on the gas at all times. You better look to divide the labor up in the most appropriate way based on who's available to you and healthy. And that's just simply what we're going to do.
And that's just simply what we're gonna do, says Mike Tomlin.
I'm I still don't understand why. I don't want to. I don't think they should break up the chemistry they have right now.
Right.
Because even though they beat my team right now, and it sucks for me to say, they beat us 32-13 last game.
They beat the
So
piss out of y'all.
you know what I mean. So it's kind of like why change it? But I'm not mad at his response though. I'm not. I'm,
I'm,
I'm honestly not mad at his response. I'm not mad with his reasoning at all.
I'm
If it doesn't work out, you know that you have Justin Fields going into the future. But yeah, I'm not mad at his response. So yeah, I just don't understand why right now. So it's not a
uh,
big deal, but I'm
I
not
don't
really feeling no type of way about it.
I don't know. I feel more so kind of like what you said earlier. It's like, what more do I got to do
Mm.
if I'm Justin Fields? You know what I mean? You said when you brought me here, at least publicly, I don't know what they speak
Mhm.
about in private, but publicly, you said that this is an open competition. By default, I won because he wasn't even healthy enough to compete. So by default, I won. And then
And
when you
retire for
put me
one.
in, yeah. So then when you put me in the game, I may not be producing on the level as all these other quarterbacks, but that's not even how you really want to play football anyway. You know what I mean? You want to run the ball and some more shit anyway. You want to lead. You know what I'm saying? How the defense kind of lead the way.
Yeah,
Like
that's how he's always been.
that's how it's always been. That's how the AFC North kind of operates, except the Bengals. Like that's how it's always been. So for me to do exactly what you're asking of me, and then you to be like, yeah, Russ is healthy now, we're gonna play him. And then the last time we saw Russ was probably damn near a year ago because the last team benched him, like because he wasn't good. I don't.
And
It's like our
and maybe
situation's a little different. Like,
and maybe go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't cut you off.
no, you good. I was just gonna say the Bears got rid of me. So say we in the same boat, me and Russ in the same boat, but we got released for two different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I got cut or traded because I'm due for a payday. They don't want to pay me. They think, you know what I'm saying? They got a generational guy coming in and he's on a cheap contract. That's just smart business at that point.
Yeah.
He got benched because of an injury clause, but if he was playing well enough, they wouldn't care about the injury clause because they're probably going to keep him if he was playing well enough. So it's like we are in two different positions. They paid him to get off the team. They cut me because they have a generational guy and they don't want to pay me. There's a difference. They paid him to get off the team. They don't want to pay me to stay because I'm going to cost them more than he's going to cost them. You know what I mean? Like,
and also, what I think in Tomlin's thinking too as well, if Russ has any like juice left in the tank, let him prove it now and early in the season while we're 4-2. So if he has anything that's left right now, because essentially this is Russ's last chance, bro. Like this is speaking reality, unless you're going to be a solidified backup quarterback for the rest of your remaining career.
He could be a bridge.
It's literally probably your last chance. So if you're going to show anything or show us what you can do, why not let it be right now? So that's why I'm not so mad in hearing Tomlin's response, because it's like, why not show us right now when we have a 4-2 record? And if you do play bad, we can just bench you, and we know what we have going in with Justin Fields.
But because if we 4-2, not 6-0, so 4-2, then we lose. Now we 4-3, and the Ravens are probably not going to start losing. So now we're second in the division, and now it's like, all right, well, we give you another game. Maybe that game you was just a little rusty. Now we're 4-4. Now we have 500 when we was 2 games over 500. Like, I'm just saying, the season can flip.
But they're probably looking at it like the Browns are awful and the Bengals look awful. So their record is awful.
The Bengals may look awful, but they're not. Their offense is not. Let me say that. Their offense is not. So, I mean, I feel it. And, I mean, I definitely understand. Hey, let's go play against some subpar teams. Let's put you in against subpar teams and see what you got against them. And if you ain't got no juice against them, you ain't got no juice against nobody.
Exactly. No. So, well, I know what we're getting out of you. You're over the hill.
No, but I know what I got out of Justin already. I know he's probably going to do the same thing to these 2 subpar teams that you were going to do. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you being rusty also might cost us. He's been playing football. You have not been playing football. And they say it all the time. The only way to get into game shape for the sport that you play is to play the sport that you play. Period. I don't care how much running you do. I don't care how much lifting you do. You're not in football shape because you have not played football. You haven't been hit yet. You ain't none of that. We don't know what's up with you. And I mean, I guess it's cool that you always got, like, you know what Justin could do, and Justin will be ready whenever you call on him. But I don't know if hopefully Justin mentally tough, because if he's not as mentally tough, this could go completely wayward for him and the Steelers in general. Just in my personal opinion, like this can get out of hand. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I don't understand the change, but I'm not mad at Tomlin's response.
No, his response, I think that came a lot from being a coach for 17 years now or something like that.
So like, I'm not mad at it, because he could be. I hope you segue into the next topic of head coaches, because he could be like the
guy. You see, we've been doing this quite some time now. You starting to catch on, because he's very much next on board. You feel me? He's 1,000% next on the board. Not so Saint Nick. You feel me? And I call it not so Saint Nick because you know Saint Nick, Christmas.
Well, words, witty.
Yeah, supposed to be a jolly guy. But this Nick don't act like that. This Nick don't act like that.
I really ain't got no time for it. I just wanted to call him a clown. You know
to be honest, man, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say the exact same thing. I really ain't got no time for this clown. He just
he a clown. I guess you can, for the audience that hasn't seen or anything, and I guess you can.
I was about to say, I ain't gonna pull it up or nothing. I really don't have the energy for this. But Nick Sirianni, for the people that don't know, after the Eagles squeaked out a 4-point win at home against the Cleveland Browns, who've been awful this year.
They're 1-5.
They were 1-5. Yep. After this, we got a 4-point win against the Cleveland Browns in Philadelphia. Nick Sirianni is basically like antagonizing the home crowd, antagonizing his own fans. Essentially, like, what y'all gotta say now? Like, what's up? And it's like, bro, what? First of all,
the wrong city to do that.
I was about to say you're in the wrong place for that. Them folks know football. They know
Yeah, Philly
football.
don't.
So
Philly
I was
don't play
about to
about
say
sports, regardless.
whatever they was probably yelling at you about was probably right. Let's say that in the first place. Uh huh.
Real quick, they were probably yelling at you because you're
Oh, you were
supposed to be
showing.
a super. Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going in and out.
No. I was about to say
Uh,
something. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, they're probably upset at you because you're supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team, and you just beat an awful team by 4 points and not beating the shit out of them like how the Lions did the Cowboys. This lets you know that your coaching is awful. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they're probably yelling at you and you're not comprehending that. But
Yeah,
it's all good. Like I said, I don't have any time for that. He's a clown. You're
man.
on the hot seat already. You're definitely getting fired after this, especially if you guys don't do anything.
All right, so I got a little bit of time for it, but it's not really for this. It's to explain to everybody what kind of clown this nigga is. So
Yeah,
after you ink out a 4-point win against they might be historically the worst offensive team in football. After you ink out a win against them by 4 points at home, you yell to the people that were telling you to run the ball when you're up, and all you gotta do is run the clock out. You're still passing the football. I'm assuming trying to prove a point. That's what I heard. They were yelling at you, and you at the end of the game, what now? Because you pulled it out, you won. Ooh, congratulations. That is talent beating talent. That had nothing to do with you. Second, he knew that was such a no that this nigga brought his kids to his press conference.
yeah.
He brought his
Yeah.
kids to his press conference. Like
Lighten
I'm
them
talking
up.
about young children, so people wouldn't ask him certain questions. He
Yeah,
ain't stupid, and we ain't
he a
stupid.
sucker.
Yeah, you ain't stupid, and we ain't
He a
stupid.
sucker.
Nigga, you brought your daughter and your son, probably both under the age of 8, up there, and nobody asked you a question about talking to the fans. It was a pretty smart play. But you're a clown. Just
He is,
know
yeah.
that, bro. And I mean, he said that
With
the
the new
guys,
haircut and all too. Like
yeah,
you acting,
baldy. You feel me? Got the
you
military
acting,
buzz cut.
you
But
acting crazy out here, man.
but his he told the reporter that his guys kind of want him to be him. So I'll say the only good thing that could come out of this is if him being him allows them to be them, if that makes sense. So him being that outlandish dickhead allows the Philadelphia Eagles to play good football. If that's what it takes for them to play good
Yeah.
football, then sure. But other than that, it's like
We're not beating the worst team in the league by 4 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I care
and it's
about is
like
I care about you. Honestly, we expect you then to get to the playoffs. We expect them to get to the playoffs, regardless. That's what the type of team that they have. We expect that.
mhm.
So once you get there, that's when the true judgment for me, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's when I'm gonna
Right.
start judging you by, because your expectation is to get to the playoffs. I don't care about you beating the Browns by 4 points. I
Agreed.
don't,
But I
you know what I mean?
also and off a bye. He was off a
Yeah,
bye week.
I
Y'all
don't,
fresh. You got all your peoples back. I don't want to hear that. But it's
I
also
don't care
like,
about it.
bro, this team is not at lack of talent. This team is not bad.
Yeah,
For them to
they're
be
not.
inking out games the way they've been inking out games, like that win felt like when they went like 10-0 last year before they lost.
Yeah,
Felt just like those games where everything is just like this don't even look good, but we made it happen. And I
yeah,
think that's more a thing to talent and less about coaching, bro. It's more about the talent is winning these games because they are a completely talented roster, top to bottom.
and not to go off subject, but that's exactly how I feel about the Texans right now. I feel like they're winning games purely off talent. I feel like, and
I
that's no.
disagree with that.
And I don't. Well, obviously, I said it, but the reason why I'm saying it is because I feel like they're gonna run into the team in the playoff that's gonna probably like we're gonna hand it to them. But that's from early. That's from my early like assumption. So that's from like I see, but
I
not
can
to get
feel
off
it.
track.
I don't know. It depends on what
That's how I
time,
feel about
what
Philly
part
right
of the
now.
team you're talking about with
They're-
Houston. I think it depends on what type of team you're talking about. Because shit, to me, D'Amico Ryans he controlled the defense. I think the defense been playing way better than they were last year. Like the defense is almost
nothing,
exceptional.
nothing wrong with coaching or anything like that. I'm saying in the sense of
It just feels like they eking out wins.
yeah, like there we go. You took the words right out of my mouth. It's just kind of like they fragile. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like one wrong turn in the playoffs it can get ugly. But that's just my opinion.
Feel it? Same could be said about them all though. Same could be said about them all. You feel me? From one bad coach to one bad owner and GM because he's both. We got Jerry Jones versus Jerry Jones, kind of. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I kind of have no time for this too, but
I don't
guess I'll
really
entertain it.
know how to. Yeah, I don't really even know how to go about this. But the reason I called it Jerry Jones against Jerry Jones is because it's really him against him. He's or Jerry Jones against the Cowboys. Regardless,
should have been named Old Man Crashing Out. You know what I'm saying?
That happens too.
This old man losing his mind.
Just a little bit. But Jerry crashed out on a radio host after his
Some old man tripping.
I got that video too, people. Hold on. Courtesy of the Dan Patrick Show. I got y'all. But as we talked about earlier, the Cowboys lost 47-9. Almost a 4-point loss in Dallas. Yeah, in Dallas they have now lost 4 straight at home after winning 16 straight. Yeah, after winning 16 straight, they have lost 4 straight at home. By average of I think it's 22 points. So by average of 3 touchdowns a game. Yeah, a lot of BTA going on over there. As the YNs say, a lot of BTA going on. You feel me? But yeah, Jerry, the reporter asked not even reporter, the radio host asked very, very normal questions. And man, Jerry was just not having it, if I'm gonna be honest. Is this it?
Old man started tweaking, y'all.
Let me see if this. I don't think this is it. I think this is it. He did trip out a little bit.
I just want to let y'all know he was saying a whole bunch of
snapping back at the radio.
Okay, my bad. Finish your sentence. I don't know what you said.
No, I was it. He was saying a whole bunch of nothing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Jerry snapping back at the radio host.
This is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Well, my job is to ask
why. Get a job, or I'll get somebody else to ask you questions, man.
Jerry, we're trying to figure out why the team is.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. You're not going to figure out what the team is doing right or wrong. If you are, or any 5 or 10 like you, you need to come to this meeting I'm going to today. There are 32 teams here. You're geniuses.
Oh man, Wheelin.
What? First of all, bro, what is wrong with you?
Your focus is not where it needs to be right now. Your focus ain't with the radio station or the radio host that's reporting on what happened to your team, which so happens to be your worst loss since you bought the team. So it's a topic of
conversation, bro. It's a topic of conversation for sure.
Old man is tripping.
I was about to say, bro, you have had this team for what, 50 years, nigga? This is the worst loss you've had since you bought the team. And not only is it since you bought the team, it's in your building. It's in Jerry's world. And not only is it in Jerry's world, it's on your 82nd birthday. Yes, this is a topic of conversation, brother.
And you just paid those 2 guys who you just stalled out paying. So the thing is with him is You bring all this media attention to the Cowboys from your own doing, and then they're talking about one of the hottest topics out right now,
What? Yeah.
and you're crashing
Yeah.
out on your radio host or whoever hosts your team's radio, whatever. I
And
guess
it's and that's the crazy thing. Let me add some light on that because Shannon Sharp snapped. He snapped on First Take yesterday, like essentially saying like men with power, like you're gonna take this man's job because that's what he said. I get somebody else to ask these questions. Like you're
yeah.
gonna take this
Like,
man's job because he asked you a normal question. But just
so
add some context to it.
if you did that with all of us hearing you and seeing that, I'm sure I wonder what you was doing, what you do
No, there's a
behind
lot of
closed
things you
doors.
do
You know
behind
what I'm
closed doors. I
saying?
agree with you 100% by that. But let me add some context. This radio host and radio show is separate from the Dallas Cowboys. They're not employed by the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry comes on the show every week after, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm
After the
sure he got some
games.
pull
This
though.
is, yeah, for sure. He probably, but I don't think I think they're their own entity. You can't like get them shut down or canceled or nothing like that. He probably just stopped showing, which obviously stops bringing some ratings. That's probably what would happen in that case. But this is the same radio show that he was on a few weeks ago and said it's on me. I don't know if y'all recall that, but he literally said like, "Who's to blame? Me." He said, "I get all the blame." But most people thought it was a setup. Like, yeah, tell me I get all the blame so that when we do good, I get all the credit.
Credit, exactly.
Yeah. So, but all right, but now we on the blame part, Jerry. That's what we
Explain.
on.
Like,
We're on the
we want you
blame
to
part.
explain.
We are blaming you for what's going on right now. Now tell me why it's not as bad. Don't crash out on me and tell me that this is not my job. This is absolutely my job. My job is to ask you what's going wrong with the team. That is 1,000% my job as a radio host and a journalist. Like that is what, Jerry? What are we talking about?
And you didn't play the whole thing on he said I guess he started talking about why they were going bad a little bit, and he was just saying talking about the Dak decision and things like that, and him signing CD back a little. He says when making these decisions, you don't know if it's going to work out or if it's not going to work out at the time. Well, duh. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about, old man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just talking.
What I do know,
Like,
just time out. Based off that statement, what I do know is that if you would have made the decision to pay them, which you made anyway, if you would have did it months ago, you would also have probably Derrick Henry on your team because you now have the allotted cap space because contracts are figured out and things of that nature.
Where he wanted to go.
Yeah, where he works out and also has a home, you know. You probably could have had him on your team, which is another, great thing because one of the team's problems that he said you have to be geniuses to figure out and should be in that meeting. Nigga, me and you should be in that meeting. You know why? Because they can't stop the run and they can't run the ball. I identified two major problems on their team. I'm a fucking apparently I'm a fucking genius.
Gotta be.
Okay. Like
gotta be.
Two problems right there. You can't run the ball, you can't stop the run. I wonder why. Your defense, you've never drafted besides Mozzie Smith, who is just now starting to, he's not even showing flash. He's just now starting to be semi-productive. You drafted him, who is still an undersized D lineman. He's just strong as shit. Your whole team is small. You don't draft fat people. Your whole team is small, and they run sideline to sideline. Yes, so when people run north and south, there's nothing you can do about it. We found that out last year in Green Bay when a rookie quarterback and you had Aaron Jones looking like Adrian Peterson. Yes, we found that out last year.
And you brought back a running back who lost their spot to the running back you just let walk.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you signed him back. That's who you signed back. And that nigga can't go nowhere. If it ain't 1 yard or 2 yards by the goal line, he ain't productive. It's
man.
Your team is all bad. So you know what, Jerry? I don't have time for it. I don't. Get it together, old man.
That was just that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was just crazy to me. Like you crashing out, talking to people, to grown people, like they ain't got no sense because you upset that your team is being ass right now and they just got their ass whooped, or every time they play a team worth their salt that they get smoked. This ain't no new thing,
buddy. You know what, Cowboys? As Jeff Teagan and would say, get well soon. Get well soon. Please get well soon.
like, yeah, bro.
That boys Jerry and tripping.
I don't know what's up with Jerry, man.
I ain't really like that,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah,
Man, me neither. But from Jerry to a nigga that Jerry probably wish he had, but he wouldn't pay. LaMarvelous strikes again. So Showtime or no time, Lamar Jackson is gonna win his third MVP.
I don't want to speak too early, but he's definitely making the case for it, and he's my number one leading, and it wouldn't be news. I want him to win MVP, obviously, because I love Lamar, and I think he is going to win MVP if he continues to play like this. Him and Derrick Henry are holding it down, but that's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. So another MVP would be cool, but even if he doesn't win it, it's all right.
Yeah.
So I don't really got time for that.
Yeah.
What about you, buddy?
I mean, I can kind of agree. I don't really got no time for it. He's first in the MVP voting, in my opinion, for sure. TJ's here. We need a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's 6. I think everybody's feeling the same. We don't really care about the MVP. We just want that Super Bowl from him.
No,
we
I
already
feel
know
you.
what he can do.
That's why I said, like, I'm kind of like Showtime and no time, because I feel like 3 MVPs is crazy for somebody that was drafted 32nd. Like, he was last. His last pick.
Called him a running back too as well.
Yeah, and they called him a running back. Like, and they tried to get him to change positions. I think winning 3 MVPs as a quarterback is like significant as hell. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think that's super dope. But I 1,000% agree with you that no, it's not about this. It's not about that at all. And I think he knows that. Yeah. Like, you could tell in his demeanor, like from checking Marlon Humphreys in the locker room to like just being angry at some of the play calls to post game interviews. He was like, again in that Dallas game, he was like, yeah, I feel like we should have kept our foot on the gas, but I'll take the dub. Like, things like that you say, oh no, he on that. He's 100% on that. Ain't no more funny games. The funny games come from winning. Everything else matters not. So yeah,
I got 2 because
I already got 2.
Yeah, you already got 2 of those. Right now, I'm just about playing good football. If the MVP come, it just come. I'm trying to win. So yeah, probably no time for that one.
Yeah,
shout out Lamar though. You doing your thing. Came front.
Yes, sir.
You know I'm pulling for y'all boys since our season is tanked.
Yeah, y'all shit's over. Mine too though. Andrew Thomas just had Liz Frank surgery this morning, so he's cooked for the year.
Get well soon.
Yeah, definitely get well soon. But he's cooked for the year. It's over. My season's over. I'm in full mock draft mode, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's over. What quarterback am I getting next year? Anyway, moving on. Hopefully I'm moving on from my quarterback, but this nigga is moving on from his horrible quarterback. Amari Cooper has been traded to the Buffalo Bills.
I got some time.
You got some time for this. Okay, you got some time for this. Talk to me. Does Amari Cooper make the Bills Super Bowl favorites? I asked because the Bills are Super Bowl contenders for sure. I can't say for sure, but when you got one of them quarterbacks, in my opinion, you always got a shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, Super Bowl contenders, they got one of the better records in the NFL right now. I believe. What are they? 5-2.
You know, it's a good day when I get to talk about Josh Allen.
Oh yeah, I love it.
You know, it's a good day.
I already know it. Does Showtime or no time? Does Amari Cooper?
I got the time.
Oh yeah, you got the time.
I got the time.
Talk to me.
And no, they're not. They're not. There's me looking at their W's. This is who they've beaten, right? No, so before I say all this, this is a great pickup for them. So don't get me wrong. This is a beautiful pickup for them, especially pairing him up with Keon Coleman and how Samuel's been playing as well. So and putting them together and got James Cook in the backfield. He need it. That whole thing the subtraction thing they were trying to sell us in the beginning of the year with Stephon Diggs and stuff like that. They're trying to spin that narrative. Didn't work, buddies. Didn't work. Didn't work, guys. You know what I mean? You need weapons and you need an X. That's what you need. And Josh, Oh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So Josh Allen, like he needs weapons. He needs that X. He's missing Stephon Diggs more than what they're trying to lead on. Like the commentators and NFL who's speaking on him. This is who they've beaten. They've beaten the Cardinals. They're 2-4.
Gotcha.
They've beaten the Dolphins. They're 2-3. They've beaten the Jaguars. They're 1-5. They've just beaten the Jets. They're 2-4. You're beating bad football teams.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna shit and tell me it's a rainbow. That's not you're not gonna sell that to me. You know what I mean? You lose to the Ravens who are 4-2, and you lose to the Texans who are 5-1. So good football teams you're losing to. You're beating bad football teams so far. So you're not doing as well as you guys were trying to sell us in the beginning of the season with Josh Allen's MVP numbers. Supposedly, you see that went down when they played good football teams and they were exposed. So, and they barely skated out with the win last week. So, so this pickup was definitely needed for them. This doesn't make them Super Bowl favorites. It definitely helps Amari Cooper, and it definitely helps Josh Allen. Amari Cooper gets out of a bad situation in the Browns with Deshaun Watson, and you can see the Browns, I think, they're headed in the direction of clearing house. I think they're about to start clearing house soon. This was the tip of the iceberg, and it sucks for Amari Cooper because it seems like he's always the fall guy, but it helps him in a better situation now, and it definitely helps Josh Allen have a safety net.
I like that take. I can't be mad at it at all. Before I get into my statement, TJ said he's not Lamar Jackson and he doesn't have Andy Reid.
I couldn't say it better myself.
Be successful. He didn't throw no interceptions this year. Sarcasm. Man, does Amari Cooper make the Bills Super Bowl favorites? Absolutely fucking not. Okay, absolutely not. Like you said, I don't know when you said it. It was probably a few weeks ago. Your problem is Patrick Mahomes, bro. Your problem is not anybody else. Your problem is he plays better than you every time y'all play, besides the 1 13-second game. Like, that was your best game ever. People talk about that game all the time, and you lost it. That was your best game ever, and you lost it. And I know that wasn't to your fault because of that, but all these other games, he outduels you, bro, and that's just it. Like, Patrick Mahomes is your problem. Lamar Jackson is your problem. CJ Stroud is your problem. Joe Burrow, not this year, probably. I think their season probably over, but like he's another one of your problems. Like your problems is not really wide receivers, bro. I mean, I guess this helps his problem. Give me a number one. I give him the rock. Blah blah blah. But I like the move a lot, but I don't think Amari Cooper is that much of like a needle mover to make them Super Bowl contenders. Like
he's not.
Now maybe if they get Tay, then it was like maybe. But I do also like this move because they did it. I think they did it because the Jets got Tay. Like they did it the same day. Bro. Oh, y'all got Tay. Bet. Let's go get the next best available.
Everybody knew that was the Jets were in Tay's top 5 or top 3, however you want to put it, if not 1 or 2. You know what I mean?
It was really 2.
They probably already had this cooking up and just ready to pull the trigger whenever the Jets did. So
yeah, it was 2, and because James Jones, he was on the facility, and he said like he was on FaceTime with Tay, whatever. He's like, "Yo, where are you going? Like before this happened, bro, where are you going? Talk to me." And he said Tay was like, "I'm trying to see what 12 trying to do." End quote. So I guess he still called him 12, even though he were 8. Talking about Aaron Rodgers. He said, "I'm trying to see what 12 trying to do as far as next year." So I think Devontae's decision was more so made because he believes Aaron Rodgers is going to come back next year.
Yeah. So and like I said, it helps Josh because, like I said, it's clear as day that you need an X and you need these weapons that you guys said that he didn't need, and it was going to work out the way it was going to work out. And yes, I'm hard on Josh Allen because everybody's not. So yes, I'm the one that's hard on him because he hasn't proved anything to me yet. And besides, he has a great arm and he's just a great player. That's cool and all. What is it resulting into?
No, I feel you. I feel you. I try to be a little easier on that because I know I don't talk football the way I talk basketball, bro. I know that it takes a lot more than him just being great. Because if that was the
Exactly.
case, Lamar would have had multiple Super Bowls by now. If it take one person being great, so it's just
exactly. So if you didn't get over the hump with the personnel that you had, with that team and squad that you guys had,
right.
what made you think you were going to get it over the hump with this one? So, like I'm saying, you guys are beating bad football teams, and this is why you guys are 4-2.
No, I can
And you
feel
guys
you
knew
on
you
that.
guys needed Amari Cooper, and he's going to help. But yeah,
No, he's super gonna help because I'm looking at these wide receiver numbers. What's his name? Khalil Shakir is leading them in yards and damn near receptions. Dalton Kincaid is out in them in receptions, but Shakir has 20 receptions for 249 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dalton Kincaid has 21 receptions, 217 and a touchdown. Keon Coleman got 12 catches, 200 and 2 touchdowns. Like, bro, these niggas is average. These niggas is below average. Actually, I got rookies doing numbers on my team, nigga. The same nigga you didn't even know existed. Wan'Dale Robinson at the beginning of the year has more targets, receptions, and yards than them. So it's just like, they need the help for sure. And I think it does some wonders for Keon Coleman too. Teach him how to be an X. Teach him how to be on the outside a little bit. And they got him for
under a vet too. Free him up a little bit more. So
and they got him for the league minimum. And I don't think his personality is nothing like Stephon Diggs. Amari, but I think that's the difference. Like, to me, Amari will quit during the game before he has a tantrum.
Yeah.
So like Stephon will throw a tantrum and still go play football.
Yeah.
This guy, you start fucking up, he's not going to do what he normally does. He's going to become a bystander. Just, you know what I'm saying, putting that in the air for the Buffalo Bills. So go from one wide receiver finding a new home to another one, kind of finding a new home, but reunited with his guy. Best friends reunited. I'm definitely gonna let you take this one. This is how, you know, it's crazy. I meant to start the show this way, right? It's really bad being a fan of the New York Giants, right? But like JC said about 2 weeks ago, you could always be the Raiders. I ain't even being funny. You could definitely always be the Raiders. The Raiders have traded Devontae Adams to the New York Jets for a 3rd-round conditional pick that turns into a 2nd if he makes first-team All-Pro, second-team All-Pro, or they make like a AFC title game or something like that. Probably gonna be a 3rd-round draft pick. Just let you know. And as the resident Raiders fan here, I'm going to let you take this one.
Yeah, man, this is bittersweet.
Boy, speechless.
The Raiders have failed me once again, like they always do. I don't want to necessarily talk about them. Let's just talk about Devontae Adams and his new future. Let's leave the Raiders out of this.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave with these words on them. I am disgusted. You guys have let me down countless times. You guys keep letting me down. Please don't let this trade go to waste. Please don't. You traded him for a bag of fucking Doritos. That's what you traded him for, in my eyes.
At least they didn't pay a salary. Sorry.
It's neither here nor there. Get it together. Devontae Adams, I am so happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you that you have gotten out of prison, you've gotten out of jail, you've gotten out of poverty. You have excelled. You know what I mean? You've gone to a quarterback who has talent, a quarterback who can get you the ball, a quarterback who can place the ball where you need it to be placed. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, buddy. You do what you need to do. Now, this helps Aaron Rodgers. Now, this puts the pressure on my guy. This puts the pressure on Aaron Rodgers now. I said you didn't have no excuse last week. You absolutely have no excuse this week. You have your ex and you have Garrett Wilson with Breece Hall in the backfield. Your offense has no excuse. Now your defense needs to get it together. From being so dominant last year, they're ranked 22nd this year. Now this helps the Jets offense obviously because now let's go back to last game. I hate the fact that Aaron Rodgers, that's your last person you throw under the bus. Your last person you get to throw under the bus is Mike Williams.
Because I'm pretty sure
That's
he's getting
the last.
traded too, so you have nobody.
Yeah,
to throw
and he's on the
under
trade block after that. That's the last person you get thrown under the bus. After that, I'm not giving you no pass to throw. Nobody under the bus. It's all on you from now on, except for that field goal kicker. You were terrible. But like I'm saying, you have everything you need right now. Defense, get it together. You need to get it together. You guys are ranked, I believe, like I said, 22nd in the league right now, which is awful. Get it together. But right now, he has a safety net. The person that Mike Williams situation that he was just in, you put Devontae Adams in that situation now. You have the person that you can go to, your ex, plus a Garrett Wilson. You have no excuse, man. This is going to free you. It's going to free Garrett Wilson up like no other because he's having a slow start. And he kind of got it together last game. You could tell he was kind of, starting to find his footing in his way. But right now, man, this helps the Jets tremendously. This helps the Jets tremendously, in which they need it right now when they're 2-4. They need it. They need Devontae Adams, and he needs them. So it's a perfect marriage for him right now. And I'm glad he went there because, not saying it was fate, but Derek Carr going down with that injury kind of, you know what I mean, kind of sealed the deal for that. So I like the pickup. I like the trade. It helps him tremendously, man.
Man, I kind of agree with everything you said, so I just kind of retouch on it. I do think this trade helps them tremendously. Well, one, they said Devontae Adams is going to play Sunday against the Steelers.
First off, I'm sorry, Devontae. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt because I just went on a long tangent. But Devontae, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit. What more can I ask for my team? The reason why I love you is because how much passion you put on the football field playing for the Raiders, and you tried to make it work out. You could have went AP's route or Randy Moss route. You tried to make this work. But my nigga, word hamstring, my nigga. I see you at the Aces game, nigga. You was looking fine to me. You was looking okay to me.
Yeah.
Courtside the Aces game, you got time for that, huh? So the news come out 15 minutes later. I see you in New York.
Yeah.
You got the cleats already made up?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was a thing. This been a thing for about a week now. I told him, hey, I'm trying to see what 12 doing. 12 said he coming back next year. Hey, put me in them. Give me them green 10s.
Yeah, that left a little bad taste in my mouth. Pause.
No, that's what they all do though. It's the same thing as the NBA. Oh, my back hurt. Something you can't really prove.
Yeah.
Yeah, something you can't prove. Something I just got to go out there and run and and just. Yeah,
and you playing first game, huh? First next game. Okay.
Sunday night, I get a whole night. You know what I'm saying? I get to stretch. I get to stretch. You know what I'm saying? Sunday night, I get to stretch and shit.
Okay.
And we not on Vegas time. We not. You know what I'm saying? We're Easter Standard. I'm good. Good to go. Yeah. Hey. Anyway, I agree with pretty much everything you said, dog. I think it does help him tremendously because, like you said, bro, you got a solidified dog and like Devontae, and he's getting older, as people like to tell me, but the same way like in basketball, if I made an analogy, in basketball, how KD's game is not predicated off athleticism, Devontae Adams' game is not predicated off speed and, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. It's pure route running. So as long as he can run routes and get open, it doesn't really matter how old he's going to be. You know what I mean? But I definitely agree with the fact that it puts a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers. Because you no longer have anybody scapegoat. Head coach, gone. Offensive coordinator, demoted.
Yeah.
What you got? Number 1 wide receiver, granted. Number 2, that's kind of a number. That's really a number 1, granted. Allen Lazard, who's probably been the best player on your team just due to chemistry. Best receiver on your team.
Allen Lazard. Yeah.
Now he moves to the 3, which is crazy. You got Conklin, you got Breece Hall, and you got Braylon Allen. Your offensive line ain't the worst, but it ain't the best either. But you have everything you need to be successful. And I ain't gonna lie, you had a
and he might have bought himself an extra year.
I think he had whatever he want as far as years. He got whatever he want.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think there was a situation in hell that the Jets say we don't want you back. We're talking about the New York Jets as a franchise. Think about the poverty and purgatory they've lived in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they would never ever be like, yeah, no, we don't want Aaron Rodgers. We don't want a 4-time MVP Super Bowl winning quarterback back.
Me personally, I'm thinking how this year went, how last year went, how this year went.
I think no matter what happens this year, Aaron Rodgers is not getting that blame from the New York Jets organization. Now he might get it elsewhere and everywhere else, but he's not getting it from the New York Jets organization. Usually I think about who they are. You know what I mean? But I don't really like that they paid his salary. I don't like that. Because that kind of hinders you in future ways, possibly. I'm not sure yet, but pretty sure his cap hit only gets bigger. But other than that, I think I love it.
Man.
Yeah, but that wasn't gonna happen. I would be surprised if they was really in deep conversation with they probably called, check, what's the price? Oh yeah, all right, I'm cool. Like that's just kind of how they operate. But as far as like the season go, they got 2 games they could win back to back to get them to 500, and then they go back to kind of up in the air. Well, not really. The schedule get a little lighter. Like they got the Steelers next. That could be a dub, but you never really know. They do got Russ starting. I'm taking the Jets because Russ is starting.
Hell yeah, I'm taking the Jets.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got the Patriots. That's a dub. This is a division game, so it might be a little tough dub, but it's a dub to me. Then you got the Texans. That's probably an L. You got Cardinals, Colts, Seahawks, who are shaky.
Those are all potential W's.
Yeah, sure. Dolphins, who probably won't have Tua back. The Jags, who are awful. The Rams, we'll see if they healthy by then. You know what I mean? Then you got the Bills, and like it's
they
could run off a few. This is I don't want to say perfect timing. I think last week was perfect timing, but this is as close as you could get to perfect timing for them with this type.
Because you should have won last week. You should have won last.
Yeah, you should have won last week. But yeah, that's not how the game of football works. So, but
this is a tremendous pickup though, man. A tremendous pickup for Devontae. Perfect for Devontae Adams. He needs Aaron Rodgers as much as I feel like they missed each other. You know what I mean? Like they missed each other. So
I ain't had a receiver since you've been gone. I ain't had a quarterback since you've been gone.
Yeah. So
I never really wanted to leave. I just wanted to get paid.
I never wanted you to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really, I never wanted you to leave regardless. So
I never wanted you to leave, but I wasn't willing to take a pay cut to keep you. Yeah. So let's see if we can make it work now. So
how
much was you really trying to keep me around? I ain't gonna lie. That's another story for another day.
But the reason why I wanted him to go to the Baltimore, like I said, pause. It's like, you ever had a favorite ex? You just want to see, you know what I'm saying? You ever had a favorite ex? Like, shorty, I just want to see you do good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
I got a woman now. I don't even know my exes. They don't even exist.
Well, audience, audience, you might have a favorite ex you just want to see do good. Devontae Adams is that for me. I want to see you do great. That's why I want him to go to Baltimore so bad, because you go to New Orleans, I don't believe in them. I don't believe in the Saints in the direction they're going in. I don't think they're ready just yet. The Jets have so much drama surrounding them right now. It's kind of shaky. I'm happy you're there, and I'm happy you got somewhere to go. But I feel like Baltimore would have just been so much safer, you know. But I'm curious to see what's gonna happen, man, and I'm looking forward to it.
There's a thing like niggas ain't trying to go to Baltimore, or at least receivers. That's like what they say. Like receivers ain't trying to go to Baltimore because they don't pass the ball enough. That's like that used to be the stigma. I can't say the
That's
same.
The thing, though.
But like when they had Greg Roman, that was definitely the stigma. Like don't nobody want to go here.
Nigga, you got Zay Flowers on one end and Devontae Adams on the other end with Derrick Henry. Oh, we gonna distribute this quite nicely. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I feel you.
I'm about to run 3 downs with Derrick Henry. We're gonna pick up that first down, run 2 more with that, and as soon as you think I'm gonna run again, play action, D Adams or Zay Flowers. You know what I'm saying? To the crib. It's simple.
He just said you gotta chill, bro. You sound like you was breaking up with your girl. There your Raiders ran. Said y'all also got Tom
Oh,
Brady. Don't forget that.
and the reason why I love it, since we're on the Raiders right now, because I really don't want to speak about them before I get riled up. But and yeah, it's hard for me, TJ. It's hard for me. I ran off last episode how many receivers I done went through. Tim Brown, Randy Moss,
The year after Randy Moss left,
AB,
y'all, he had 22
Devontae.
touchdowns.
This is for wide receivers that should be Super Bowl champions with us, and they're not. But I digress. But I'm happy for Devontae and doing your thing, stuff like that, man. I'm proud of you, dog. I hope that. Wish you nothing but success, for real, for real. Hope you do good. And Tom Brady, the reason why I'm so happy about Tom Brady and stuff like that, with him being, well, if the audience doesn't know, he is now a minority owner of the Raiders. He bought a stake into us. I'm happy because as a person that knows greatness, has been on the field and can see greatness. Also a Michigan Wolverine, so that touches home for me. 'Cause I'm a Michigan fan, so I'm happy for him. I hope this starts a new regime and a new direction for us instead of the old one that left me so heartbroken over the past couple of years. So,
I feel. Let's get to the rest of these. Y'all doing y'all thing. We appreciate that, dog. Yes, purgatory. Purgatory is a place that the Jets have been. No, we cooking. Yeah, he tried to. We ain't gonna talk about that. He tried to, yeah. We ain't even gonna discuss that. He tried to get me all, If we get Devontae Adams, we're definitely going to the Super Bowl. Hey,
wait,
y'all would have got him. No, if y'all would have got him.
No, he said we're not. He said we're not going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I think he explained that to me. No, I think he explained that to me the other day. He had a decent.
Do you watch?
No, he had a decent point though. He said they're gonna get away from. He said they're gonna get away from what they're known for. So now instead of throwing the ball 25 times a game, we're gonna throw the ball 40 times a game, and we're gonna stop running the ball. And running the ball is the key to our success.
You would be a fool not to distribute this. The only answer would be distribute this even. Use it when we need to use it. If the Cowboys can't stop the run the ball down their necks. If this secondary is terrible, put the ball in the air.
Hey, let me tell you something. And it's not even a knock on them, but if the Ravens were that smart, they would have won a Super Bowl within the last 2 years.
Nobody throw the ball to.
No.
Who can throw the ball to?
That doesn't matter. When we have nobody to throw the ball to, we still decide to throw the ball 40 times against Patrick Mahomes and have a pissing contest. Why don't we run the ball? That's what we've been doing all year. But that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. At least if I remember correctly, that's what he told me. And TJ, you can let me know if I said that correctly. But that's what he told me. Like, we're going to get away from our identity as a football team and try to become something else. And trying to do that mid-season is like...
It don't matter because they didn't get him. But any world that y'all had a chance to get him, they would be fools not to get Devontae Adams to pair up with Lamar Jackson and Derrick.
They're going to do good in the regular season, and when they get to the playoffs and then they get to these passing quarterbacks, they're going to pass the ball instead of running the ball. They're going to get away from what they do. I mean, I get the face you're making, but it's on wax. Like it's evidence from last year. It's clear evidence. You can just go watch the Chiefs game again. Just go watch it again. There's no reason for them to be passing the ball as much as they were.
In any world, the number one knock on the Ravens, we don't have receivers. Lamar can't throw the ball to anybody because he doesn't have an X.
But
that's been their stigma on them. But that's been their main stigma. And to say Devontae Adams would hurt us instead of helping us is blasphemous. Might I add preposterous?
I disagree. Because I do think you get through the regular season, but bro, it's on wax. Without Devontae Adams, without no X, they've never had an X on their team, right?
Because they made one bonehead decision in one.
It's not one bonehead decision, nigga. Go watch the year prior. Go watch what they do when the playoffs come around. They stop doing what they've been doing all year to win them games. I'm just letting you know that.
I understand this, right? But having the what's the main stigma that's been on the Ravens for the past like 4 years?
Two things. Well, it depends. Regular season,
Go
you're
ahead.
gonna talk about receivers, and then postseason, you're gonna talk about play
They
calls.
don't have an X. We
Okay, and
need
then
somebody to throw the ball to. That's why they went out to go draft Zay Flowers, who's been working out for them.
okay,
Who's working out for them. And technically, they really would have won that game if Zay doesn't fumble going into the end zone. But it's neither here nor there. I have different views on that. But this is a hypothetical because it doesn't matter because Devontae Adams is the Jets. But if you get that, you now have an X to pair up with Zay Flowers, and you have the best running back in the league right now. I don't understand in what world with that.
It doesn't make your team worse in a sense of talent, but its sense of fit, it doesn't at all. Like it doesn't. It's not gonna work out.
But, you know,
especially not the way they playing football this year. You also got to look at the way they playing football this year.
That's true.
They trying to take the semi-Patriots approach, bro. We got these little niggas. How long
is that gonna hold up though?
I'm just saying, if it's been working,
it's been working. But once that same style of football, when I need to beat you one game in the playoffs, and what if Derrick Henry's not on that day? Then what?
When has he ever been off?
He has some games where he's been off.
When has he ever been off?
He has some games where he's been off. I'm not saying with Baltimore, but with Tennessee, definitely. He has some games where he's been off.
Yeah.
Where they stack the box and he can go nowhere.
9 in the box, right? You absolutely right. It's 9 people in the box.
Yeah. If somebody's smart enough to do that,
but why would
do that, and it works, and let's say it works successfully. Let's just say it works successfully. What's your plan B?
I have Lamar Jackson. If you decide to put 9 people in the box with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson in the backfield, you're a fucking idiot.
You're right.
Just being honest. I'm just being honest.
You're right. We're gonna see.
That's why you don't see stack boxes against them for real.
You're right. We're gonna see.
If you see a safety drop down, he's gonna back out. It's just it. Like you gotta have an extra line of defense for if he pulled his bitch. Like it's just
that's true. But I'm curious to see. Like I said, I want the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. Like that's my favorite. Like if I don't work with the Raiders or the Bears, I like the Ravens, man. The Ravens and Falcons hold a special place in my heart a little bit. I'm soft on them a tad. So
I feel you're thinking common sense. You're not thinking Ravens football.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. To a Ravens fan, you're right. So I'm gonna agree with you.
Even if you look at the first game of the season, Derrick Henry, he touched the ball 13 times for like 40 yards and a touchdown, and he didn't see the ball for the rest of the game.
That's true.
And they lost.
That's true.
But that's what I mean. Just play calling. To me, play calling more so gets them in trouble than who's on the field. Because I think like Lamar does make up for that lack of an X.
Yeah, in a way.
So it's just like,
but like I said, because Zay Flowers last game he was hooping. Zay Flowers was hooping last game. He was about to be my player of the week, but I had to relax.
I think that was very interesting how we got to Lamar. That was very, very interesting how that changed real fast.
Our fans, we got to interact with the fans, man. We got to interact with the people.
Man, we love y'all. We love y'all for sure.
That's how we got on them. They're part of the show.
You want to go? Let's see. Let's just do this one first. Let's do player of the week, man. Talk to me.
You go first on that one, man.
Oh, me? Oh, mine is a little surprising. Maybe people might not even know mine.
Because mine is too. We got the same one.
We might got the same one. All right. My player of the week is second-year running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker, running back out of Syracuse, I believe. 14 carries, 136 yards, 1 touchdown. He had 3 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown, 192 total scrimmage yards and 2 touchdowns. Hey, man. In a route to whooping the goddamn Saints' ass, I think Sean Tucker deserves some love. Shout out Sean Tucker, man. We don't only support the mainstream niggas on here. We support everybody. Unless y'all suck. And y'all suck, y'all don't really get no support. Y'all get a little disingenuous love.
They're not my player of the week, but David Montgomery and Gibbs was going crazy. It was going crazy
feel
too together. That tandem.
You know what's crazy? I thought about putting the entire Lions team as my player. Just being honest. They was throwing hook and ladders to linemen. They were sending linemen. They were sending 300-pound linemen out wide to run a curl route. They were trying to embarrass the Dallas Cowboys. They were
rightfully. I like this type of football, bro. Like Tom Brady was he was commentating. He was like, maybe like, I want to say like they didn't touch 40 points yet. I'm gonna say like they had like 30 something at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, so yeah, this is where you want to start playing conservative football. You don't want to do this. You want to keep it light. You want to keep it this and the third. And they was doing everything opposite of what he was saying to do.
And he got mad. He got mad one time because they didn't get it on third down. He was like, "See, that's what you get. Now you got to settle for 3." It's like we're up 40.
And I like it. I like the fact is because they got said it was a bad taste in their mouth from that playoffs last year, so they didn't enjoy that. They weren't messing with that, and I like the fact that they made a statement going into this game. Like, it might not mean nothing to y'all, but this means something to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna show you it means something to us. We're gonna embarrass you as much as possible.
Yeah, he reported they do that. They probably will start doing that every time they play Dallas, but they report him the first play of the game. Same guy that caught the touchdown that they call back say he didn't report. He reports the first play of the game. Didn't he? I don't even think he ran a route or nothing. I'm just gonna report because we know what's going on. This is the funny part in it all.
But yeah, your player of the week. I like your player of the week though, because the Bucks. I heard what's the guy's name? If I'm gonna butcher his name, I'm gonna just say his last name is White. Their running back, the starting running back. I think I think his job is gonna get taken.
By Bucky.
It was already. Yeah, it was already on kind of rocky.
Thing. Bucky's the better back. Rashad is more so of a receiving back. Bucky is definitely the better back. Man, what is his name? I used to listen to them in the morning on the way to work. I totally forgot. I think his name is Bucky Brooks, actually. I used to listen to him. He's like an NFL insider. So he put me on game about Bucky Irvin shit in there last summer, like before the draft. So I got Bucky Irvin on my fantasy team, dog. I already tapped in with that.
Yeah, I like him as well. But my player of the week is Jordan Love, man. They played a bad Cardinals team. He had 258 yards, 4 TDs, 1 interception. Played very, very, very good yesterday. Not yesterday, on Sunday, man. So he's my player of the week. Like you said, there wasn't too many people that you know what I mean? Too many people that
was going. I was just.
But I also didn't really want to pick a running back or a wide receiver or anybody from defense. I wanted to stick with a quarterback, and I also didn't want to say anybody that we've already used. And Jordan Love stood out to me last week, so I'm going to give it to him.
I feel that. I ain't mad at that at all. Can't be mad at that. Jordan Love got the good dub this week.
4 TDs, 2 with it, so can't be mad at it.
Yep. So let's get into the key matchups for the week, man. Week 7. We're gonna run it down. Let me pull up. Hold on, because we keeping score now.
Yeah, what was my record last week?
We keeping score now. Hold on, I gotta add my checks and my X's.
What I said.
Gotta add my checks and my X's. I think I beat you again this week.
Oh man, we gotta turn the tide.
So you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You went 9-5
again. Hey.
Yeah, you went 9-5 again. So that brings your total to 5. You got 5 points. So no, 9-5. Your total's 4. Sorry. So for the people that don't know what we're doing, we take a tally of these matchups each week. Say LA's record was 9-5. We take his losses and we subtract them from the wins. And that's how you get his point total. Whoever wins the point total at the end of the year, we still ain't came up with no whatever we gonna do. But somebody gets something. We try to add some incentive to it or something, maybe a lunch or something like that.
Cool.
Feel me? So LA went 9-5, so his total is 4 points. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I went 11-3. I went 11-3. My total is 8 points. I am now leading 8-4.
It's all good.
And the new season. Yes, sir. New season. You know, we gotta. I like this, man. I like this. This is intriguing. This is
You got
very intriguing.
you got the games
I do not have that one. I usually let you do that so I can write.
the number.
So I can type it.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I already got it pulled up.
Copy.
Whenever you're ready, man. Let me know.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. For tomorrow, we have the Broncos and Saints. We're in New Orleans.
Ew.
I'm going to pick the Saints for that one just due to their defense, but the Broncos have a great defense too. I feel like that's might be a low-scoring game, but I'm gonna pick the Broncos. That's a hard one.
Ah.
I'm gonna go Saints.
Okay. I'm gonna take the Broncos. Sean Payton's revenge. I'm taking
no
Sean
more.
Payton's revenge. I think that defense is just as good. You playing a rookie quarterback.
Mhm.
I think, yeah, I'm taking
Both rookies though. That's why I thought the
both
Saints
rookies,
were
but one's been playing.
Yeah,
So,
that nigga like 30.
yeah, he's just running around and shit. Just running around, throw the ball wherever he wants to.
Patriots and Jaguars. We're at the Jaguar spot. We're in Jacksonville.
Ew.
Yeah, definitely nasty.
What's up with these games? I'm taking the
Definitely.
Jags, man. I wrote the Jags in for you. I don't know if you even want the Jags, but I wrote it.
I'm gonna take the Jags too. I'm gonna take the Jags because Trevor Lawrence is gonna have to make a statement.
Yeah.
They should start Mac Jones off GP.
Mike, who?
Yeah, I mean, it should start him off GP. But we got the other one. We have the Lions versus the Vikings. This is the game I want to see. This is the game I want to see. And this is the hard one, but I'm going with the Lions for this one.
Yeah, the Vikings coming off a bye, ain't it?
I'm going with the Lions though for this one. But they probably been preparing for them for a week, and especially that game coming off of last game, they probably put them on notice too. Like we need to prepare for these fools.
No Aiden though.
That's true, and the Vikings defense is probably the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
I'm going Dolphins. They showed me too much last week. Not Dolphins, I'm tripping Lions.
Lions.
Yeah, I'm going Lions.
Yeah, I might rock with you on that, but that's a toughie. I'm gonna keep it for right now. I'll let you know if I'll text you and let you know if I want to change that.
Cool. I got the Lions though. Titans and Bills. I got the Bills. They're at the Bills spot.
Yeah. That's pretty easy. Taking the Bills, unless they have a Josh Allen day. But he ain't been a roller coaster. He's been pretty. Too. Yeah, all these games are disgusting. TJ feels us. He got the throw up emojis in here. They're all nasty.
Yeah, the next game's about to be nasty as well. Dolphins versus the Colts. They're in Indianapolis.
I'm taking the Colts. Got your back, Flacco.
Yes, sir.
I got your back, Flacco.
This is where it starts to pick up a little bit. Seahawks versus the Falcons. That's gonna be a high scoring game, and I'm going Falcons too. That should be a high scoring game. Texans versus the Packers.
Ooh, that's decent.
In Wisconsin.
That'd be decent.
Yeah. I'm going the Packers for this one.
I like that.
I'm going the Packers for this one.
I like that. I like what you brought up earlier about the Texans not really winning the same.
I feel like their wins are hollow. You know what I mean? They ain't really like statement type.
What's their record? Will show you what you're looking on?
Yeah,
5-1, right?
5-1.
That's ugly, dog.
I'm curious. I can't wait to see. Honestly speaking with you, the only games I want to see is that Lions and Vikings game, and I really want to see the Texans and Packers game. That's the two. That's my main thing. I really want to see.
Man, they just got it.
That's the two. That's hard for you too.
Man, I'm struggling. I take the Texans. We've been agreeing too much.
Yeah, I got the Packers for that one.
Yeah,
I feel like the Texans are gonna. This is the team that they meet. That's like gonna.
I can see that though. I can definitely see it. And we in Green Bay. It's starting to get a little chilly. I can see it. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Texans strictly because we agreeing too much though. We agreeing.
Bengals versus the Browns. Picking the Bengals.
Yeah, I don't care if the Bengals was 0-17.
Yeah,
I'm picking the Bengals over the Browns. As long as Deshaun Watson's playing quarterback.
Now we get into nitty gritty. Eagles versus the Giants. We're in New York with it.
Eagles versus. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Obviously, but
I gotta be real with my life and with myself. If we was fully healthy, I would take the Giants because I still don't like how the Eagles are playing football. But
yeah, I got
I'm gonna
the
take.
Eagles, though.
Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles, bro. No Andrew Thomas. No Kayvon Thibodeau. Don't know. Yeah, don't know who's playing left tackle. I don't. Saquon kind of revenge game. I really think they shut that shit down. Though I don't even think it's like no revenge game. He might score a touchdown, but I don't think he's gonna go crazy. He might score multiple touchdowns, but I don't think he's gonna have like 150 yards. You know what I'm saying?
If he does go crazy, look
If he
at no
does,
type of way.
I was about to say I don't feel no type of way at all.
Well, no. You don't feel any type of way after. In the moment, you should feel some type of way, though. Not during the game, you should feel some type of way, but afterwards, you shouldn't. If that
I
makes
should
sense.
say, especially not if my running back get off like he been getting off. I definitely don't give a fuck. I definitely don't care.
But let's just say if it goes the other way, in the moment, you definitely should feel some type of way because it's like.
Well, in the moment, I'm gonna feel some type of way because
like,
we're losing.
Yeah, it's like
if he goes off, we're
he's
losing.
the cause of it. If he's the cause of you losing, it's like.
Yeah. Which I think they'll try to do. They dickheads. They're gonna try to give him the ball, which will
Sirianni seems like
he seems like that. Which will kind of partially could be the reason they lose that game. Like, don't do that one now.
Like that, he doesn't remind me of Sean Payton, but he's like he's falling under that rim for me. Like I like Bill, but I hate Sean Payton and I hate Urban Meyer. So I think they're arrogant. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he kind of has that arrogant S about him. But that's neither here nor there. So I think he's gonna use Saquon to the maximum next game.
I think so too.
But the next game is the Raiders versus the Rams. Obviously you already know who I got.
That's a bad game too.
Yeah, but I'm watching it though. So
I don't blame you. I'm gonna watch this goddamn Eagles game. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Rams though. That's a bad game, regardless.
Understandable. I got it.
But just like quarterback play. Where y'all playing?
LA, Rams spot.
Oh yeah, I'm taking the Rams. That's so far. I'm taking them.
Panthers versus the Commanders. Easy. The Commanders.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Jaden. That is what I look at and get disappointed before, during, and after the game. That is where I get disappointed.
What?
Like watching Jaden Daniels be good at football.
Oh yeah.
That just makes my heart hurt. That makes me think about those 3 meaningless games that we won last year. That makes me think about how my head coach on Hard Knocks on public TV said, "Hey, would y'all be willing to trade for Jaden Daniels?" Nigga head popped up. Jaden Daniels? Yeah. Bet the farm. And we didn't do it. So that kind of stuff, that is what hurts me. I don't give. I told you my feelings on Saquon. The better the team, the better he's going to be because he plays running back in general. So, but I got the Commanders for sure. So do you.
The next game is the Chiefs versus the 49ers. Superbowl matchup. Last year's Super matchup, I got the Chiefs. They're in Prescott though.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I don't like how no receivers for the Chiefs though. I wonder what they doing over there.
Nigga, I just seen Juju look like when he was playing with the Steelers, nigga.
No, I feel you because that's Andy Reid over there, but I wonder what they over there cooking up off the bye. Yeah, off the bye.
And Travis Kelce ain't even got off yet. I really feel like this is a ploy. I feel like this is a ploy. I feel like they're not really using him though. It's not the fact that he's not even getting open. It's just like they're not using him. So I feel like they just saving him for the playoffs.
Oh, they ain't got no. Now they definitely ain't got no receivers. They ain't got no choice but to save him.
But last game, bro, they wasn't even using him still like that. Like they was using him a little bit.
I'm saying they ain't got no choice but to save him. Shit, nigga, I'm gonna need you. I know we're gonna make the playoffs. I'm gonna need you down the run. Nigga.
Yeah, bro, we 5-0 right now.
We'll figure this out. We'll figure this receiver shit out.
Yeah, bro. I feel like they just saving him for the playoffs. I feel like in the playoffs he gonna get off.
I think that's just so interesting that they have not gotten a wide receiver.
I told my brother this too, not to keep riding the Ravens, but I want to make this statement before this goes further. If the Ravens see the Chiefs in the playoffs again, mark my words, the Ravens are going to smack the Chiefs. The Chiefs, wherever you do, avoid the Ravens at all costs. I'm telling you, them 2 last games left a bad taste in their mouth, and they are on a roll. And if they continue this, they're going to hem you guys up and stop your 3P. But for this next game, the Jets and the Steelers.
Jets.
I
I don't trust.
as well.
I don't trust Russ.
Not one bit. And for Monday, we have
especially not against that defense. You got me fucked up. You setting them up to fail.
Yeah. But like I said, the Jets defense haven't been playing that well, like 22nd right now in the league. So
yeah, but we know what they got as far as talent wise. Like we know what they do with bad quarterbacks. But Nick's had -7 yards at halftime. You know what I mean? Like we know what they do to bad. They do what they're supposed to do to bad quarterbacks, and that offense has been awful. So having a defense on the field, like they compared the numbers to Zach Wilson and Aaron Rodgers' offense. They're identical. They're the exact same. It's like QB ratings off by like a point something. They're the exact same. So like that defense is on the field just as much as they've been on the field.
Yeah,
like,
and that's the problem. That's where I think Devontae comes in to where your kicker, you don't have to rely on your kicker. Those I marched on the field twice for the kicker to do this, and it's like those are going to be converted into points. You keep your defense off the field for a certain amount of time. So that's something we can definitely agree on because their defense is always on the field. So I mean you get to keep them off. But Monday we have a doubleheader. The Ravens versus Bucks in the 5:15 game. Oh, my time. Ravens versus the Bucks. I have the Ravens, and this is hard. But I'm definitely watching this game.
I'm definitely taking the Ravens. I ain't gonna lie.
This should be a good game.
It's like I think the Bucks are good. I don't think they that good. I think you overstepping going into that territory.
I think so.
I do believe so.
I think the Bucks are really finding their way, man. I think they look pretty good this year.
I do think they look good, but look good against who?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I just think it's tiers to this to me. Like you not the Ravens, let's say the Chiefs. I don't know if you want to throw the Texans in there, the Lions. Who else in the NFC? Not really much shit in the NFC. Let's see the Niners. Who else you got? I feel like I'm maybe the Bills, but I feel like I don't really like the Bills. I think the quarterback. But like if you're not really in them type of teams, to me, you're not really competing for a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just in my personal opinion. So like I think it's tiers to this shit. Like Baker is in that tier with they might be like on Seattle level. Like y'all gonna make the playoffs probably.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Y'all might catch somebody slipping first round. That's like it's cooked once we increase pressure.
That says a lot coming for Baker though. So that's why I'm saying like
he won the Browns their first playoff game. So it's not like he ain't been in it and been in a pressure situation. He's with better people.
What I'm happy about is I'm not writing them off. You know what I mean?
The Ravens. Yeah, I'm not looking at this game like, oh, Ravens gonna blow them out, but I do think
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I just think it's levels to it, where it's like,
I agree. I agree definitely, and I agree with that take with the Seahawks and the Seattle and the Bucks. They kind of like it's the same. So I agree with that. And the second of that doubleheader is the Chargers versus the Cardinals at Arizona.
I'm gonna take
Arizona.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take the Chargers.
I'm taking Arizona for that game.
Little Herbie over there, man. Little Harbaugh.
Yeah, sorry, Harbaugh. You know, I'm forever grateful for that championship you brought us. But I'm picking the Cardinals.
I feel it. I thought last week's slate was gonna be bad. This week's slate is awful.
Yeah, I think.
Or like 2 weeks ago, I thought it was going to be bad, and that was a great slate of games. This week is awful. This week's just bad.
I think next week's going to be bad, too. Yeah, looking at next week's game, it's not really like much standing out to me besides like a Cowboys game versus 49ers. So it's kind of slow these 2 weeks, but it's all good. I'm bouncing back, though, with the W's.
Yeah, I hope so, man. You down 8-4 right now.
Yeah, it's all good.
8-4 right now, man. What was I about to say? Oh, I can publicly say it though. I've I don't want to say all the way. It's not all the way official, but probably got a new job. So
Congratulations, man.
thank
In
you.
advance.
Thank you. So we will be on here still every Wednesday. The time will just change. Okay. Be more toward midday. About just give myself some time. Let's say 4:00. Say 4:00 my time, 1:00 your time. That's typically how we're gonna do it for everybody that's still in here. I think it's just TJ, but for everybody that's still in here, we still will be on Wednesdays. Time just gonna change. And that's pretty much it. Saturdays is about to become way more prevalent for this basketball. The season starts on Wednesday. Is it this Wednesday coming up, or is it the following?
I think it's the following.
Following, yeah. It's one of these weekend. It's one of these Wednesdays coming up. So, with one of these Wednesdays coming up, the season starting, we got a lot to talk about because there's been a lot going on in the NBA. So,
Or do we have a lot to talk about?
yeah, and I've been keeping up with it too. So we ain't gonna be just lost and forgetting things. But I probably do a mailbag for this Saturday. I'm being honest.
You know what I'm saying? That little Dante DiVincenzo thing.
Yeah, a little scuffle. Yeah. I definitely want to get into that. Want to get into all of that. You feel me? So,
You feel me? Got to.
that's what Saturdays is for. Hopefully, we got a jam-packed Saturday. Hopefully, you can be there. Jay is supposed to be there, so we're gonna have a lot. Technically, that's better for me this way. I don't have to drive and try to type at the same time. Yes, okay, bro. Don't kill yourself over this. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
We definitely be safe, but we appreciate the engagement, though.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate the engagement. We appreciate the love. But hey, it was just like 4 people that just joined randomly. Look, if y'all could read that, he said we're gonna start at a later time. He said technically that's better for him. That way he don't have to drive and type at the same time. Everybody else, please don't drive and type at the same time. I look, even if you capable, we don't want no outside interference from them guys. You know who we talking about.
Pull over in a Walmart or a gas station.
Yeah, pull over, come holler at us. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we appreciate it though. We appreciate the engagement, man.
We definitely appreciate it, man. These lives would be a lot more fun with y'all in it. So we definitely.
Hey, what's bro last name again? The Jets kicker, Greg what?
Zuerlein.
Yeah, you suck. I'll be back with that.
And on that note, y'all have a great day. Don't be like Greg Zuerlein, man. And